Hey guys, HannibalTheRising here with another online battle. It's Greece and Rome versus Macedon and Rome, and let's take a look at my army. I have 5 armored hoplites, 4 archers, 2 Spartans, and 1 Greek cavalry. Macedon has 6 phalanx pikemen and 1 royal pikeman in the middle. Let's see, Macedon has 3 companion cavalry and 2 Cretan archers. And let's see, Rome has 5 Roman cohorts, 5 Praetorian cavalry, and that looks like 4 archers from what I can see. Also he's got 5 urban cohorts, 1 auxiliary archer, and 2 Praetorian cavalry. But one thing in this battle, I was really disappointed that my ally, he's in testudo mode, just walking around. You can tell he's very, very new. And I was Greece, so in my mind all I could think was I'm screwed, because all I really have for maneuvering is 1 Greek cavalry with 1 attack upgrade. But I do have a pretty strong front. I do have gold armored hoplites, and I got some Spartans in the back to protect me. And this is just a 10k army too. It was 20k between both teams, and everybody got 10k each. But I was really disappointed to see what my ally was doing, because he's really just walking around in testudo. See, his men are already tired, they're warmed up. They're already starting to get tired, and that's really not good because they won't fight nearly as effective. So I definitely knew I was going to win the frontal fight here. But if my opponent used his cavalry right, he could have easily ended this for me. And he's got 1 solid line too, like he doesn't even have any gaps. You don't really need to do that when you're versing other pikes, but it's really effective against factions like Rome, or basically any infantry that uses a sword rather than a spear. I think I get caught here. Yeah, I screw up pretty bad here. And when I lost that cavalry, I pretty much knew it was a loss. Especially when I saw what my ally was doing, he was just all bunched up, and that he does have upgraded urbans and this guy doesn't. But if he can surround the upgraded urbans, then he would easily win the fight. So I now have no cavalry, no maneuverability, and I'm just stuck with these Spartans to help protect my back basically. And when my spirits were completely crushed when I saw him hit this huge hammer and anvil strike. I mean, I was just completely crushed. And then he hit another one. I mean, I was almost ready to admit defeat at this point, because in my head I knew I was screwed. I'm still not even done with Macedon, and Rome still has like his entire army still. Like all these full units of urban cohorts and all the cavalry. So in my mind, it was a loss, pretty much already. But I was a little happy to see that my armored hoplites were doing pretty dominant in the front. So I was really happy to see that. And since there's no really any cavalry strikes, I used my Spartans to help route them faster. I'm not sure if that was a micro mistake by me, because sometimes the AI will kind of screw up and they'll face a direction you don't want them to. And he was a little late on that hammer and anvil though, because they already routed. And then they routed against my phalanx, because spears versus cavalry equals death for the cavalry no matter what, usually. So I was really disappointed to see this huge bulk of infantry. Like, they lost 10 men at the most, pretty much, in each group of men. And I'm still not even done with Macedon quite yet. Yeah, I think this is where they last got routed here. I had to be so careful though. He's got 5 urbans and 3 Praetorian cavalry here. And he's still got a bunch of archers too. So my next goal is to organize the infantry as fast as I can, because I really don't want him to strike me yet, until I'm formed up at least. But one good thing about his archers is they're not really upgraded. And I think mine have gold attack, gold defense. Also, even though my guys are gold, if the urban cohorts throw their Pila, if they have any left, I'm not quite sure if they used it or not. If they throw their Pila and charge and wrap around me, they can beat even gold. And these guys cost like over 1,000 denarii when you put gold on them. And the Spartans especially, they already cost over 1,000, plus I got silver attack upgrade on them. And it's very expensive to upgrade Spartans. And I really need to protect my archers too, because if they take out my archers, and then they can basically just use all their arrows up on me, and then I'm screwed. He routed 2 of them, which is very bad. Those are my full archers too, the ones that weren't very depleted. But the benefit to that was I at least routed 2 of their cavalry, so I was happy about that. So basically I'm trying to form, one solid line, no gaps, because that's how I know I can be very effective against these Romans. And I gotta pray that my Spartans can do their job in the back, and I can micro them well enough to protect against cavalry strikes. Because they're a bit depleted right now, just a little bit, and they could rout if they hit a good hammer and anvil strike. And another thing with the Romans, if they throw their Pila, it can really lower the morale and the numbers of their enemy. And you can see he's moving his archers around, and it'd be so easy to take them out with cavalry, but I literally have no maneuverability left. I think he might have done this to shoot the backs of my guys, which is actually a pretty smart idea. Because when you shoot the backs of them, they don't have their shields to protect them, and they're much more vulnerable in the back. And you can kill a lot more men at a time. So I saw him going for my archers, which I kind of forgot about, which was my fault. So I wanted to sort of rush in as fast as I could while that was going on. See, he's still shooting the backs of me the whole time, and I'm losing a lot of men off of that. So I just gotta pray that my pikes can be dominant in the front. I think he went into pseudo here. I'm not quite sure why, actually. That's not a very good idea. But I said screw that, so even though I have pikes and no cavalry, I'm still kind of hitting hammer and anvil strikes with my infantry. And it's bad that he testudoed here, because now you can see they're sort of, in the V shape. And they're sort of surrounded a little bit. See, now I'm almost completely encircling them. And that's very bad for him. Because pikes stabbing the urban cohorts in the back, they can kill him very fast. A lot faster than normal. I can actually afford to turn my pikes around here though, because they weren't the main engager of the infantry like these guys. I love seeing this. You can see here, no urbans. No urbans. See how dominant they are in the front? The urbans aren't even in there at all. And I was very happy about that. And this is what I mean about how the urbans can still beat your armored hoplites. See how he's wrapping around them like that? I really couldn't allow that. So I had to bring in the Spartans. His cav was dead anyway, I think. So it really didn't matter. I could actually use my Spartans to kill them, rather than protect my back. And he really didn't have much left at this point, besides his archers. He was trying to flame me, which probably wasn't a bad idea if he was going to hit hammer and anvil strikes, but he really only hit the one, and my pikes were facing the cavalry anyway, so it wasn't really effective. And luckily I still have 2 archers that came back from routing. And I guess this is a micro mistake by him. He's just sitting here when there's those vulnerable archers right there. Not quite sure what happens after this. I fought this battle a few days ago, and I just saved it because I thought it was pretty cool. Because it's just, I didn't expect to win so badly that I almost admitted defeat. Like right after I saw my ally go down. But luckily I stuck in there. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I routed his cavalry. I guess that kind of had a chain effect on his archers here. Oh wow. All of them are routing pretty much at the same time, almost. That's pretty sweet. So although those archers are like literally almost full with like 80 men, they still rout. And the only thing left are these urban cohorts who are facing the opposite way. But at this point my opponent admitted defeat. But everyone was pretty friendly in this game. It was very fun, and it was only an average victory. But I had 1,300 kills with 500 men remaining, and I got game to all my opponents. See you next time, guys.